Hey, Coach, week 2 of the regular season, taking on Ohio State. What are you looking for out of the team to take a step forward this week?
Well, no question. It's a big week for us. Ohio State's obviously a state rival, and we've had some pretty highly contested matches, games over the years. And it's for us, it's a work in progress. We continue to work on a lot of things in practice. Our focus is to continue to get better, and I think our guys are starting to do that. Obviously, it's tough to try to work on everything every day, and that probably wouldn't be wise. But, we've been picking a few things, and I think probably the most important thing is our compete level and our execution. And as the weeks go along here, we'll start to, work on some things that maybe we won't get to here early in the season.
You had a good amount of contribution from your younger players last weekend. What are you looking for that from them again this weekend?
Well, I just think everybody needs to continue to play their roles and get better in their roles. I thought the young guys did a nice job of contributing, but they know they have a lot of room for improvement. And some of our veteran guys in some of the new roles, it took them a little time to get adjusted to those. So all in all, as a team, we have to continue to, hold ourselves to the standard, hold ourselves accountable for what we set out to accomplish at the beginning of the year. And that's the process that we go through every day.
What are you looking for out of Ohio State this weekend?
Well, I just think they're going to, just like any other weekend where we play each other, it doesn't matter, what the teams do the weekend before or the weekend after. It's a battle, and there's not a lot of room out there, and it's emotional, and the fans get into it, and you're allowed to, you're not allowed to, but you can travel both places, and we have a lot of fans in Columbus, and they have a lot of fans that come here. So we're looking forward to, two really good games, games that are important, obviously, and games where we need to get better. And we have a lot of respect for Coach Rollick and Ohio State, and we got to go out and play our best.
Obviously, not the best defensive game on Friday. What kind of small adjustments do you try to make moving into the next week?
So you don't think giving up 7 goals is a good defensive output?
Fair at best, I'd
Yeah.
say.
I thought we adjusted well on Saturday. I think there's some things that we did in not valuing the puck a little bit and taking care of the puck. Obviously, Providence is a good team, so when you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. And I didn't think we responded well to some of those mistakes. So all in all, I liked the response that we had on Saturday. Our guys did a nice job of not making those mistakes, but if we did make mistakes, and reacting in a more positive way. And like I said Saturday, this is a work in progress. We need to continue to focus on our process and not worry about so much, sometimes maybe the outcomes or even how ugly or pretty it might be. And sometimes it's hard for us to do that, but we really have to hold ourselves to that standard.
This one coming from John Reagan on Twitter. Also, two questions, one of which is legit, the other a bit of a chirp. What are your thoughts on the new 3-on-3 overtime system? And do you think I could take you in a game of one-on-one?
Well, I don't know. I don't know his capabilities on a one-on-one, so I won't answer that. But that's a good chirp, I guess. In terms of the 3-on-3, I think now we have some video and some experience with it. And, it's a puck possession game when you're talking about 3-on-3, and you obviously you have to score on your chances, because if you don't, it's coming back the other way. So getting possession of the puck is probably the most important thing. And I thought our guys handled themselves well, because we didn't get possession of the puck right away, but when we did, we made some plays, and obviously we're able to score a goal.
This one from Ben Carey, talking about how many points the defensemen have been generating and scoring chances as well. Does OSU blocking as many shots as they did last week change the offensive approach at all?
No, I think you take what the game gives you and you work around it, and that's the name of the game. You got to play hockey. You've got to make reads, and you got to make plays that are there, and not try to force the issues. So we know Ohio State likes to block shots. We know they play good team defense. We have to make sure that we again manage the puck well, and when we do have our opportunities, make the most of them.
You talked about the team's strong response to tying on Saturday. What did you learn about the team through the first week of regular season action last weekend?
I think, again, we're a work in progress. We kind of knew that going in, that we would have some adversity right off the bat. Obviously, playing the national champion from a year ago is tough sledding right off the bat. They're a very good team. Wouldn't surprise me if they're in the Frozen Four again. And they're a deep team, so we needed to go out and really play excellent hockey for 60 minutes, and we didn't do that. I didn't think we did that for either night. But Saturday night we were able to play a little bit more of a complete game. Are we there yet? We're probably far from it. But at the same time, we're getting better. And that's what we as coaches look for. That's what we focus on. And every day, if we can get a little bit better, then we're doing our jobs. And I thought the response in the third period when we were down 2-1 was one of intensity. I thought we were pressing, but pressing in a good way. And I thought guys were starting to make plays, which sometimes you got to be put in some of those pressure situations where it brings the best out in you. And I thought a little bit in the third period we started to do that. And obviously when you're down one, there's a little bit of pressure because you're trying to tie the game. And hopefully we can use that and carry that into our week of practice, which so far we have, and into our games this weekend.
Coach, looking forward to the home and home. What kind of adjustments do the players need to make individually and as a team with traveling and playing in 2 rinks in 2 nights, things of that nature?
This is nothing. These guys are used to that. All of them have played junior hockey if they haven't played here at Miami, and they're on the bus for a lot of hours during the day and then have to play at night. So that's not a big issue. Ohio State has a gorgeous facility, so it's not like we're going into the slums. So that's not going to be an issue. And then coming back here is always exciting when we have Ohio State in the building.
So, Coach, what do you expect to see going into the season? Do you want, do you want to see a lot more from the younger players to step up? Do you expect a lot from them?
Yeah, I think when we recruit, we're recruiting players to come in and play right away and contribute in their roles, the roles that we've identified for them. I think what we want to see as a staff and as a program is our guys growing and maturing as the weeks go on here. Hockey is a long season, as we know, and you want to be playing your best hockey at the right time, understanding that you still have to win games from week to week to keep yourself in it. And so you have to strive to play your best every weekend. We, again, are a very process-oriented staff and program, and sometimes it sounds cliche and sometimes it sounds boring, but at the same time it is the standard that we've set, and we're going to hold each other to that standard, and we're going to continue to work to get better every day. And really that's all we can ask of each other, and no one has a crystal ball. No one knows what's going to happen in the future. And for us, like I always say to the guys and to our staff, today is all that we really have. And we need to focus on what's in front of us. And then once today is over with, we'll worry about tomorrow. And I think that's something that we've tried to do in our program for the last at least 16 years that we've been here. And we'll continue to do that.
And going off of that, do you think you're prepared, or your team is prepared to go against OSU this upcoming weekend?
Yeah, I think we have a couple more days to get ready, but the games are the fun part. The games are what we work so hard for during the week. So our guys have been really good about practicing and preparing themselves. And so I'm not worried about that. It's just a matter of bringing it on those given nights and making sure we execute and play our game and play to our strengths.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you.